Hey guys, what's up? Another day, another time.
Today I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to use Nutella to decorate your cakes. Usually you have to melt chocolate, break up the pieces or grate the chocolate or use chocolate chips. You have to melt that, then maybe add some oil into it, get the correct consistency and then put it into a piping bag. There's so many ways of doing it. But with Nutella, you literally just have to take some of it, depending how big your cake is, you put some in a bowl and you melt it in the microwave in bursts of 10 to 15 seconds. Keep mixing, and once it's nice and runny, not too runny, but once it's nice and runny, you take your spoon, or you can put it in a piping bag as well, and then you start adding your drips onto the cake, which you'll see later on. I want you guys to know that you can achieve this look as well. You don't need to be a professional, you don't need to have an experience. You literally just have to make your favorite cake that you're comfortable making, and then make your favorite buttercream or even fresh cream, that works too. And as you can see, I added my first cake layer, and then I created my dam, and I added chocolate chips in the middle to go with the whole flavor with the brownies and the Nutella, because it just tastes amazing. And I'm just layering my cake. Now this cake is only 2 layers. If you want an in-depth explanation of how I cover my cakes with fresh cream, it is available on my channel. Just have a look above and you can click there. One of the most common questions I do get is, how do you create the chocolate drips? Now, usually I do it with melted chocolate and oil, and I'll be making that another day. In this one, I was very short of time, so I thought, oh, let's use Nutella. So I got my Nutella in a bowl and I melted it in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds. So every 10 to 15 seconds, I was mixing it with my spatula or a spoon. I would recommend to use a fresh new spoon, a clean spoon, when you start doing the drips, only because a lot of Nutella can get stuck beforehand if you're using it for mixing, and then you won't get as much as a good drip. So over here, as you can see, every time I created the drip, I was swaying my turntable to allow the drips to come down a little bit faster, and it honestly works really well. You can do that with your chocolate drips too. If you think it's not working too well, just spin your turntable slowly, not too fast, and it will work. I'm using the Wilton piping tip number 8B to create this rope border on top of the cake. This is one of my favorite nozzles that I've been using for years. When I started using it quite a few years ago, no one really used to use it. Wilton 1M and Wilton 2D were the most popular ones, so you'd rarely ever find anybody using this piping tip. But I used to use it on my buttercream cakes, on my cupcakes. I just love the way it looked, and I think it's quite masculine too. I finished decorating the cake with my signature Brookies, which is a hybrid of a brownie and a cookie. They taste insane, honestly. They're so gooey and so chocolatey. I also added chocolate chips, glitter, and my signature luster dust. Your family is going to love you, trust me.